interesting, and I'm sure I haven't experienced your journey, so I'm sure it has been not an easy as we see you in your shows. So let's start with the guy in Dubai, which how I got to know you. It was a TV show on OSN. So can you tell me more about how you made it happen?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because just before we started the podcast, you mentioned about Emirates Airlines starting off with only $10 million investment. Well, I started off with zero investment, and I was determined that I was going to grow it from nothing. I didn't really have a choice. I didn't have any money to put in it. I'd sort of come out of a business where it had failed and I lost a bit of money, so I had nothing to work with. And but I had, through the businesses I had gone through, I had landed on what I am passionate about. And I had discovered and come up with this idea of Guy in Dubai. And it had, maybe the idea had come from a bit of dissatisfaction with having tried and failed at a few businesses. And then having to rethink about things, thinking, okay, so what if I try and fail my whole life? Would I be happy? And I thought, well, if I try and fail at things that are giving me nothing back except the success if I have it, then I thought I won't be happy. So I have to, if I'm going to fail at the next thing, why don't I think about doing something where I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of the actual day-to-day and enjoy the journey of the business rather than just the pot of gold at the end if I succeed, which I may not. And when I get there, I may realize that not happy with that anyway. So I thought, if I try and work out the journey that I really want to be on, then it will be beneficial whether I succeed or don't. And so I had to think about, well, what would that be? How would I want my life to look if I could paint the picture myself? And I thought, well, I would love to have more time with family. I'm very adventurous. I wanted to climb big mountains and cross oceans and go on archaeological digs and all these types of things that I had this kind of thirst for. I like people. I wanted to, when I see the red carpet at the Oscars of a premiere or something, I wanted to be there. So I thought, okay, well, how do I make that my journey? And I thought, well, what about I make a TV show about a guy who goes and does all these things? And I lived in Dubai, and Dubai is a place where a lot of radical things could happen. I always remember seeing, guys fly along the Emirates A380 with jetpacks on for that commercial they did, and people jumping off the Burj Khalifa and crazy stuff that they used to promote Dubai. So I thought, well, maybe I could join in on that and I could promote Dubai. And if I'm promoting Dubai and promoting the things within Dubai, then it has some commercial value to someone. And if it's that kind of jaw-dropping adventure or stunt, it will be entertaining to someone else. So I could see that maybe this could be something where not only do I get something out of it, I get to have this journey, but also I can provide some value for other people, some commercial value for entities that need promotion, some entertainment value for people who consume content. I remember this when I had this idea in 2014. This was before this wave of mass consumption of content happened, but if I can credit myself for something, I did see that ahead of time. I saw how things were going with social media, with more and more video content being consumed, and people fixating on personalities. So with all those things that I saw,